In 1990, 9-year-old David Gotts felt God leading him to China. He didn't know what he was going to do, but he needed to go. In obedience to God, he moved to Hong Kong and then to Taiwan, where he would learn Mandarin.
One day, a friend called explaining that she was going to work in an orphanage and asked David to pray for her. Not only did David pray, he decided to visit. When he arrived, he noticed was that he wasn't hearing any laughter or crying. He wasn't hearing children playing. This deeply worried him. When he entered this orphanage, David noticed that there were many cribs cluttering one room, with 4 or 5 babies in each crib, unloved and not properly cared for. He entered another room and saw older children with disabilities neglected. And a deep cry rose up within David's heart, and he said, "It shouldn't be this way. This isn't the way the world is meant to be. This isn't the way the children are supposed to live." David knew that God had created these children for so much more than the situation they had been placed in, and he thought to himself, "Why isn't anyone doing something about this?" Suddenly he heard God's voice whispering to him, "David, you're here. I've shown this to you. You can make a difference." At first, David shared his story of the orphanage with his Chinese friends and friends from England. 1 year later, David brought a group of volunteers to China to work in an orphanage. The volunteers were committed to showing God's love to the children by giving them basic care like food and interaction. Each time when David returned with a new group of volunteers, he noticed that the children continued to thrive in their environment due to love, care, and basic support they received. ICC has been serving orphanages in China for 16 years, and God has blessed the work that's being done there. ICC rescues abandoned children. That means they care for children who have no parents to care for them. They feed, provide shelter, and love for the children in their care. They encourage and provide support to staff at local schools to welcome children with disabilities into their schools. They give money to fund surgeries for children in need.
They provide support and help for parents of children with disabilities so that those children can remain with their parents.
They provide training for orphanage staff. International China Concern is doing such great work because God's hand is in it.
God gave opportunity for David to see and care what he saw around him.
David Gotts knew the example of God's love for us through Jesus' life and death on earth. He simply acted in obedience to God, and because of this, ICC has made a difference in so many children's lives.